Smashcon 2017 was an interesting year for me. Previously, I went to Smashcon last year, and I didn't really accomplish much. However, after experiencing the joy of playing friendlies at Royal Flush in a much better mindset, I was ready to see if I would have just as amount of fun as I did there. This is my Smashcon 2017 experience. The previous Smashcon I went to in 2016 was alright in my opinion, at least for me. I only stayed for a day with my mom, myself, and my friend, so I never did see Grand Finals live. One thing that I didn't account for was the amount of people there that gave me anxiety. Seeing all these people and even simply asking them to play against me during friendlies was very difficult. Of course, my friend was more open to play other people, but for me, I felt scared. So I mostly just walked around looking at the merchandise. I also ended up chowing down on some popcorn while watching Brawl singles. That game is so broken, yet somewhat entertaining. I only played this one Mario player who my friend encouraged me to play. However, I did not play good in the slightest. So then how does this compare to this SmashCon 2017? The trip was long, but when we got to the hotel we were set. This time I went with two of my friends, one being the same that came along the previous SmashCon, myself and my mom. At the hotel we played both Melee and Project M. My friends are more about Project M than Smash 4 compared to me. Despite the difference, I was consistent enough with my use of reads that I was able to win a couple times with Ganon in Project M. And yada yada yada, we ate breakfast and oh look, Hungry Box. He was in the same hotel as us and was probably aware of me recording him. Oh jeez. When arrived at SmashCon, the first thing on my list was to look around and play some friendlies. The friendlies table had been moved from being by the front entrance to the left corner of the building on the other side. When I got there, it was around 10 o'clock, so there weren't that many people playing. The friendlies area, however, lacked many Wii U's until I realized that there were lone TVs where you could plug in your Wii U to play Smash. This confuses me because Royal Flush already had many setups for friendlies, so why did SmashCon have so little? However, what I remember from Royal Flush is that there were many setups, but the most were in the center of the area, and the least were on the sides of the room. So, in the middle area was where Smash 4 pools would have been going on if there hadn't been Melee that day, while the setups on the side would have been for friendlies. Sadly though, every tournament for Smash 4, Melee, Brawl, 64, and Project M were all going on at the same time with their own separate stream, which is why SmashCon 2017 did not give me many chances to play other people. However, I did play a couple people, one being this Bayonetta player. I went Ganon just for fun and he kinda botted me, but I escaped from many deadly spots where Bayonetta shines, mainly off stage. That guy was friendly and I had a bit of fun playing him despite not winning too much. Then I played against a Charizard player who really knew how to play neutral, something I struggle with. Eventually 2 other guys came up to us and it became a 4-man rotation. At one point they were joking about what as a Charizard player you should do, as they had no idea. All I really wanted to say was spam Flare Blitz. However, I was too passive to engage in conversation. Eventually, we had to go get lunch at the nearby McDonald's. One major difference between SmashCon and Royal Flush is the size of SmashCon's dual expo center and the amount of merchandise. Royal Flush's merchandise is rather small, with one of my friends getting a simple Royal Flush t-shirt in a somewhat big room that is part of a giant casino. SmashCon, however, has rows of merchandise and art, with cute little plushies of your favorite Smash character that will give you confidence. However, this is what gives you confidence. While looking through the merchandise, coming across Zero's merchandise was very exciting. I had already known about Zero's merchandise from one of his videos, and now I got to see it for real. Zero's merchandise was all fine, but the scarf I needed. Not only was it pretty cold in the expo center, but I also needed something to give me confidence, as I kind of lost that after losing when I felt like I could have done better. This scarf was the only merchandise I got, and I'm glad I did. After walking around for so long, I eventually sat down to watch the game. Although simply watching a game live is no different than watching it from Twitch, the one major difference was the crowd. Listening to the crowd during Smashcon was very enjoyable. My favorite crowd came from the Cat versus Peanut. Peanut being a Mega Man player and the Cat being the Fox player. Sponsored. Everyone wanted to see Peanut win. The entire time everyone was shouting, "Let's go, P!" and I could not stop enjoying what I heard. I also managed to watch my favorite player, Ally, play Mario against Aardvark, the villager main. Basically, Ally ended up winning in a close match. The second what I can remember is that Ally got an up smash during a close game and leaned back in his chair with his eyes closed and his fist tight in his chest. Basically, he popped off like this. And not this.
Let's go!
Eventually, I walked around a bit more, got some popcorn and water, and watched some more matches. Too bad that most of the seats were taken up. During Salem vs. Fatality, I either had to stand or sit to watch. I tried to record the crowd's reaction, however there wasn't a lot of room to do that. It's always a nice experience to meet up with the top players you watch at home and then get to meet them for real. But if you're like me, well, the anxiety from me to talk to any of them and greet them in a way that worked for me was very difficult. Both Royal Flush and previous SmashCon were the same. I mean, I did get to play against Icy Miss, the Samus main, during friendlies at Royal Flush, but she approached me to play and not me. At one point I saw Ally just texting all by himself, and it would have been the perfect time to meet him. Then 5 minutes later and he's with all his friends. I'm not going to go on and on about how I wasn't able to talk to any top players. However, I did have a plan on how I was going to greet one. When I saw Larry Lur and Mr. R sitting across from me, my plan was to simply ask Larry, "Hey Larry, can I get a fist bump?" And because I know Larry is quite the silent, chill kind of guy, he would gladly accept and I would be on my way. Thanking Larry for being so nice. That will be my plan next time I go to one of these big tournaments, to meet one of these players.
Goodbye, Smashcon. I'm gonna miss you. Bye-bye.
Smashcon 2017 was a somewhat enjoyable time. It had a great amount of setups of different Smash titles, great entertainment with the music and tournament going on, great merchandise, and a lot of friendly people. Though I wish I could have played more people, simply watching was still a very enjoyable as a spectator. So this was my Smashcon 2017 experience.